Hari Om. Count not your age by the number of years lived. Count your age by the amount of service done. This is what Pujya Gurudev in his love used to give as the birthday message and blessings to people. What would be the fitting way to pay our tribute to this great Bharat Gaurava, this great pride of Bharat and its great Rishi culture, which taught us that every breath should be in the service. Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda in his life inspired millions and crores of people with the knowledge of Vedanta that gives us the knowledge that the self that I am is the very same self in everyone. And it is only with this realization that there can be love. And where there is love, seva or service is not a favor, it is natural. Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda not only inspired the many, but started many such seva projects. And especially during these challenging times, that he roared from the platforms while he explained the inspiring, motivational instructions of Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Geeta to Arjuna when he was facing the most challenging time in the society, just as we are facing right now. And during this pandemic, what all services we can do, huge or small, we all can do. But the Bhagavad Gita and Pujya Gurudev inspires us that if each one of us, with whatever ability, whatever blessings, whatever abundance we have, if we can, for our well-being and the well-being of everyone, if each one just reaches one, any challenge, any difficult situation we can surmount in our life. Timely is this Gyan Yajna on the 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita called as Jnana Vijnana Yoga, where Sri Krishna not only gives the highest knowledge, but the means, the sadhana by which it becomes our direct realization, our enlightenment. Many questions arise in our mind, especially when we are faced by such daunting situations. Many emotions also rise in our mind. Questions as, is there God? And if there is God, why this suffering? Who is God? What has God to play? What role has God to play in our lives? Why do things happen? What is our role during these times? Emotions such as fear, anxiety, not only for ourselves but our dear and near ones. Anguish, frustration, anger, even pity, and most of all, a sense of helplessness. What can we do? In these motivational, self-transformative discourses, Pujya Gurudev, taking the knowledge of the Bhagavad Geeta in the spirit that Sri Krishna taught to Arjuna, taking this knowledge to the world, inspires us not to sit back and say, why this to me, or why this to the world, but think that how, by acknowledging that we do feel all these emotions, but with our action, in the right spirit and attitude, we can overcome these self-limiting emotions that make us helpless and sad, and become dedicated workers who are ready to bring maximum happiness to maximum people for the maximum time. Pujya Gurudev's message to the devotees as well as to the world, which is our mission pledge and which we have to live, that the service of our country is the service of the Lord of Lords, and devotion to the people is devotion to the Supreme Self. Pujya Gurudev's birth centenary, 105th year. What can we offer to him in tribute but to take his inspiring wisdom, knowledge, and spirit of seva and service to the maximum people? Get ourselves uplifted. As Krishna says, do not sit back, stand up, and let us, in the spirit that he demonstrated, live our life. On this very special occasion, where online this Gyan Yagya by Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda for 18 days, every day, listen to it, be inspired by it, be motivated by it, and spread this message to the maximum amount of people and encourage them. We need at this moment warriors who would go out and make a difference in whichever way possible. Everyone cannot help in every way, but each one reach one. On this occasion, our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi was to inaugurate and was to be present right now with his video message to all. But unfortunately and understandably so, at this moment, he is not able to do that. We have received his written message, which we read out to you. And we are grateful to him for having sent the message even though he could not come online to inaugurate these inspiring sessions, which is the need of the hour, the need for the people, the need for the country. The message reads, I was delighted to learn of Pujya Swami Chinmayananda ji's online video Bhagavad Geeta Gyan Yagya. It is a noble initiative with an even nobler aim that deserves appreciation and encouragement. Even in a land of the greatest spiritual works, the Bhagavad Gita has an exalted place. And in our land of spiritual greats, Pujya Swami Chinmayananda ji has a unique contribution. When these two come together in the form of the Bhagavad Gita Gyan Yagya, the result can only be transformative and compelling. Generations to come will remain thankful to Pujya Swami Chinmayananda ji for taking the deep and nourishing insights of the Gita to everyone. The Holy Gita, written by him, is one of the most popular works among youngsters. Several people prefer to gift the Holy Gita to others. In times of crisis and challenges, the Gita is a great source of resilience and inspiration. Bhagwan Shri Krishna's timeless wisdom on maintaining equanimity in the face of difficulties, putting karma or effort above everything else, pursuit of truth and knowledge, and most importantly, the need to stand up and fight against all odds is extremely relevant to all of us, especially in these times. In these times of COVID-19 pandemic, a verse by Bhagwan Shri Krishna is very important. Niyatam kuru karmatvam karma jayo hiya karmanaha sharira yatra pichate na prasiddhyedya karmanaha. To fight the pandemic, we must all resort to the right action in our own ways. While healthcare workers and frontline warriors put their lives on the line to save our lives, we must also perform our duty by following COVID guidelines and by vaccinating ourselves. The 7th Adhyaya of the Bhagavad Gita also provides insights on self-development. It indicates the highest level of perfection for a human being and also practical techniques to achieve this. This chapter of the Bhagavad Gita inspires us to help one another and collectively overcome the challenges we face. Chinmaya Mission has also played an admirable role in serving the people during this pandemic. Apart from the direct service of the people, the classes, discourses, and knowledge that the mission has spread have also strengthened everyone's spirit and imparted mental strength, which is an extremely important part of this fight. Once again, I congratulate Chinmaya Mission for this noble initiative and wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Signed, Narendra Modi, on 8th May 2021. With this, we invite Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda, along with Sri Krishna and his knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita, to every home, to every family, to every life. Hari Om.
In the Bhagavad Gita, the theoretical expositions that have been given so far are practically demonstrated. Therefore, though it is considered as sacred as a scriptural textbook, in fact it should be considered as a handbook of instruction of how to live spiritual life. Something that if you've got a doubt, you check up immediately and try to correct it. Just as a handbook of instruction we get with every gadget on the market, where to open and what to do and where are the holes through which 1, 2, 3 and 4 holes through which our oil, if you put 1 drop each, this machine will run with the maximum efficiency. You know that handbook of instruction, a small little booklet. In every equipment there will be how to open it, where to open it, and what can be the defect, and how to maintain. In the same way, how am I to open up my personality, and how could I get a more efficiency from myself? What are the blocks that might arise? How is it that sometimes I feel very confused and confounded, or sometimes very much blocked that I cannot act, don't know what to do next? In all such cases, the instructions are given. If philosophy has no practical application to man, in his day-to-day life, nobody will have interest in the philosophy. Because you and I are mainly preoccupied with meeting our own daily challenges. If religion or philosophy has nothing to give you, but politics and economics are giving you a lot of immediately how to face your problem, everybody will go to politics and economics, nobody will come to religion. But if you can explain to the modern man that it can be of great help to you, their interest in it increases. It is in this style of practical application that the Bhagavad Gita is written, and therefore its enchantment at all periods of time for the skeptic. Arjuna represents our personality or our individuality. Arjuna was not a spiritual man. He had no spiritual ambition or spiritual cravings or calls. He did not run to the teacher demanding, hey, tell me the meaning or purpose of this creation. He was a man of action. He has great ambitions. He was preparing himself for excellence in life. And a wonderful occasion has come. A field has been opened up for him where he can express his excellence and feel gratified or fulfilled. The great Mahabharata war, and as a soldier, Arjuna, the Pandava prince, was ready to face the situation until the war started. When they were assembling them, he was the most spirited guy. Not a whiff of doubt whether it is a righteous war or not, was never polluted his mind. His elder brother had a doubt. At the last moment when both the armies are arrayed, and it is Arjuna, really speaking, Mahabharata answers the elder brother, who is a very righteous man, and it is he who is asking the question, should we fight? They are all our cousins. If they have not got the intelligence, should we also sink into their level? Is it not nobler to go away from the army, from the defeated by them, than to win a victory over them? He had his own doubts. It is Arjuna who consoles. My dear brother, please see on which side is Lord Krishna. Do you think that that perfect master would take up the sides of the wrong side? Wherever Krishna is, that is dharma. Therefore, Dharmaraj, don't worry about it. And Dharmaputra was immediately consoled. He is a man of heart. So when he suddenly was knocked to understanding, oh, Krishna is on our side, oh yes, he must be, the Lord is with us. His doubt is over. Now Arjuna is more arrogantly intellectual. It is only when he got into the chariot and asked his charioteer, Lord Krishna, his great friend, where he doesn't know that Krishna is a great yogi or a great master, he took him only to be an ordinary person. And he says, Krishna, pal, buddy, let us go. And they moved forward. As a command from chief, he ordered, command, forward. And into the no man's land between the two armies, the chariot was stopped, and he was reviewing the enemy lines to see who are the people who are standing, championing this unrighteous cause. As he saw the problem very near, he got a lot of data from it. What? They are my cousins. We have eaten from the same plate under the same roof all our childhood. My teacher is standing there who taught me how to put the bow and arrow together. My elder, the most reverend Bhishma Pitamaha, the grandsire of the family, under whose tutelage we all grew up, he is standing there. These are the mightiest men of that period of history. And in their, in their heroism, they are not the people who will run away. They are the people who will die first. Even while dying, they will jump forward at least 2 yards in front to win the victory. I will have to kill all of them. For what? A paltry crown. A miserable, a throne? And will not that throne be upon the skulls of all these people whom I have killed? Could I eat comfortably and enjoy what I am getting? Every bowl of rice will be dipped in their sacred blood. No, I shall not fight. Full stop. Let us go to the Himalayas. Thus Arjuna became what we are today, dropouts. He dropped out. He wanted to drop out. Lucky for Arjuna, Krishna was there. He decided to go. And by the second chapter, he said that I shall not fight. It is Krishna then, and he is in a peculiar horns of a dilemma. Krishna cannot say that don't be a fool. I shall explain everything. Because Krishna till now remained as an ordinary cowherd urchin who scrambled from the lowest level of society by sheer intelligence and goodness to the highest type, where he is now, luckily, in Delhi, Hastinapur, in the political field. And Arjuna also knows that this man has got some quality only because, some position only because my patronage, the royal patronage, or else he is nobody. This was his idea. Now Krishna cannot immediately, suddenly at that moment say that I am son of God, thou shalt listen to me, or else thou shalt to hell go. Arjuna would have taken the sword. What do you say? In the army front, he is only a driver, commander-in-chief. Therefore, he called him by the shoulders, as it were, and was explaining to him that don't run away from life. Whatever the life, the external environments are presenting themselves to you are the exact measured doses of experiences that the infinite wisdom has given to you in order to exhaust your vasanas. Meet the challenges. There is no tragedy in life. To the intelligent, the tragic and the painful and the agonizing experiences are all beautiful chances for you to cure your own vasanas. Therefore, Krishna smiles, understanding that what is the trouble with this man? He is looking at the problem from his egocentric standpoint. I am Pandava prince, and therefore they are my cousins. He is my teacher. They are my elders. Now this my, when it comes, your efficiency goes zero. Thus he looked at the problem from that egocentric standpoint, and everything that is happening, any threat in the outside world, all magnified. The problem becomes a crisis. Because it's me, my. What are you talking, Swamiji? But my child has got fever. If my child has got a fever, even a doctor is worried. When my child has got fever, doctors are, you yourself came and said, it is nothing, this is a change of climate, every child goes through, why are you worried? Now I am telling you, your son also, son, that is different. This is my child. If my child fever is more serious than the neighbor's child. It's always true. Thus, Arjuna's trouble was that he is looking at the problem from this standpoint, from the limited standpoint, and the teacher in the second chapter tries to give him a new standpoint. From the higher standpoint, you look at it, the problem withers into nothing, isn't it? My child died, my wife died, my husband died. Yes, they are all tragedies. I am not saying they are not tragedies. Now just to move out of it and look at it from the higher standpoint. In this world, is it the first time that the husband died? Earlier than your generation, in the earlier generations, were there not husbands? At that time, all husbands lived until the wife is buried and then only they died. Is it not? Children, don't they die? Wives, don't they die? Is it a special packet of sorrow? Bhagavan created, Lord made it and delivered it through your window to you only, is it? Is it not? Everybody has got his own problems. Once that you start looking at it from the whole universal standpoint, your tiny wee bit of a problem gets dissolved in the vast arena or vision of the totality, the march of happenings in the society. But you forget everything. And you look at the world from your little egocentric standpoint. And then you can't understand, I don't know why God created the world. Which world? My problems. My problem is the world. Why the prices are going up? Is it for you only? Is it not equally true for the 250 million people here? That is all right, but I am interested only in my problem. Why prices are going up? Why this is the world is not everything. from his own personal standpoint. And he is never satisfied or can complete his complaints about the world until at last, a God who created all this world, he is a rascal, let me meet him. One day I will meet him. I'll land him on his nose. This is our idea. Instead of that, Krishna lifts him and gives him a new vision of the entire prospect of life. And not that Arjuna understood what Krishna said, but when you are terribly agitated, don't know what to do, if a friend of yours holds you by the shoulders and tells you, my dear boy, don't worry about it, you feel consoled. Not that you have understood why he says don't worry, but then you feel temporarily consoled. Maybe there is a method of getting out of it. Slowly the second chapter ends. And at the end of the second chapter, the third chapter, the teacher points out the glory of Karma Yoga. To surrender our ego and egocentric desires or selfish desires, surrender these two at the altar of the Lord and act on in the world outside and do your duties. This is Karma Yoga. As a result of Karma Yoga, yesterday we told you, the vasanas get exhausted. When the vasanas are exhausted, the pressure of vasana on M&I is reduced. Therefore, M&I's dissipation of energy into the OET is curtailed. The mind and intellect grows in its own dynamism. And such a mind and intellect surcharged with its own attention and alertness is the instrument ready for the takeoff. And thus, in the next chapter, the teacher points out, or the next idea, the dhyana yoga or the meditation. 6th chapter. All the details have been instructed. How to sit down, how to quieten the mind, how to do it, and what kind of place you must go and choose, and then what should be your mental attitude at that time, how to quieten yourself, what to be done, and quieten the mind. While quietening the mind, though we say only quieten the mind, but be alert. Today morning, chant the Lord's name and be alert to know that you are chanting. Be conscious. Thus quiet and alert. Quiet alertness or alert quietude. Not merely alertness, no good. Mere quietude, no good. It must be a combination of both. When that is done, with that mind, contemplate upon that higher nature. This is all that the teacher says in the 6th chapter. And all teachers tell you, and your friends must tell you, I meditate every day. You also must meditate. And you say out of formality, okay. Tomorrow onwards, I will also meditate. What is it? Early morning, get up, and then close your eyes and sit down and sleep. Then why not lie down and comfortably sleep? Lie down and meditate means sleeping. Sit down and sleeping means meditation. That is funny. So what am I to do? Every master, every prophet, every scripture tells you, pray to God. Turn your mind's attention to God. Okay. It's only after 6 months suddenly you remember, hey, but what is God? So you run to the teacher and ask him, or try to study the Bible or the Quran or whatever the textbook of yours and try to find out. And ultimately all prophets will have to say that God cannot be explained. We have no objection. If they can't explain, all right, cannot explain. But don't ask me to meditate. How am I to meditate upon a thing that I don't know? Turn your mind to God. What is God? That I can't say. How will I turn the attention of my mind to something that I don't know? Every one of you, for at least half a minute, please cooperate. Turn your attention. Meditate intensively. Remove all other thoughts. And Think of only Gudugudang. Think. Gudugudang. Gudugudang. Intensely think. Gudugudang. Everybody's mind, if you are intelligent, if an ounce of intelligence is there, Swamiji, I shall do it. But first tell me, what is Gudugudang? Isn't it? Is it an animal or a plant or a... Something tell me. What is Gudugudang? Gudugudang I can't tell you, but you meditate on Gudugudang. You can't. Gudugudang, Gudugudang, Gudugudang. Where will I turn the mind? Is it not the same when the masters tell you or your friends tell you, meditate and pray to God? Okay, who is God? Who created all this? And I understand. Why should I pray to God who made this mischief? Isn't it? Immediately our mind, be honest. We may not express it because we are afraid that God may hear it. And He may enter it in my ledger. That once you have insulted me, okay, to hell I will put you. So we are afraid of God. We don't say it loudly, but is it not an honest response of an intelligent, rational thinker? Why should I pray to Him? He made all this trouble. You must know what is God. So every student asks the question, what is God? Now the honest teacher will have to explain that it cannot be explained. Because it is not belonging to the realm where words can express it. Words can express for the experiences of the body, mind and intellect can be expressed in words. But that which is transcending the equipments cannot be expressed by words. Because in the morning only we heard Adresham, Agraham, Agotram, Avarnam, Ajakshushrottram. This great reality, the higher knowledge, the theme of the higher knowledge in the morning, which has neither eyes nor ears, cannot be seen by the eyes or heard by the ears, cannot be tasted by the tongue. It is not an object belonging to it. It cannot be a thing that can be felt. It is not a thing that can be thought of with the intellect. So then how can words express? Sir, we sympathize with you. You are in trouble. You can't explain it. But we are also equally in trouble because unless you explain it, we the intellect cannot understand it. Full stop. So then the meditation seems to be a contradiction in terms. You are asking me to turn the attention of the mind to Him. And what is He? Cannot be explained. So the student is valid doubt, or it is valid that he complains that, sir, it is impractical. Without knowing, I can't meditate. And the teacher turns back and says, Sonny, if you know God, why should you meditate? The student's doubt is, without knowing Him, how will I meditate? And the teacher answers, if you already know Him, why should you meditate? We meditate to know Him. We have already reached the destination. Therefore you need not. The student is confused. Right. It is also known to all of you that all scriptures of the world talk of only God. The theme of a medical book is medicine, of an engineering book is a textbook is engineering. The engineering textbook will not explain how to massage a horse. It is not that theme there. You see? It is not necessary. In the same way, the scriptural textbooks, which you call as scriptures, are textbooks that discuss one theme and one theme alone, God. Oh, I see. God is the theme of all scriptures. Yes. And what is God? Cannot be explained. Then scripture should be only a piece of paper. Our theme is God. Cannot be explained. Full stop. That is the sum total of it. What are these volumes and volumes written? They are all attempts at indicating what it is, but none of them is defining what the truth is. It is only pointers, pointing to the nature of that reality. No pointer reaches or touches the pointed. Thus when I show you the moon, my finger is not touching the moon. Cannot. The pointer is only to arrange and realign your vision in the direction, and then you leave the pointer and proceed. The chances are that you will meet the thing pointed at or pointed out. That is Mr. Jones' house, the third one. No. You don't see that? That is the one. Now that is the one when I point out, my pointer, the finger is not touching Jones' house, but down in the valley, that third house. See, that cat is just came out. That house, that is. Now cat is not Jones' house. Cat happened to come out. I am making use of that cat to show you the house. Cat is not a part of the house. If tomorrow the cat is not there, don't say that I don't know which is Jones' house. Why? No cat. Cat is not important. The house on which that bird is sitting is Jones' house. Oh, that is Jones' house. Palatial house? I understood it. Minus the bird. Bird is only an indication. And tomorrow I go with another individual there, the same spot. And I say, do you know Jones' house? No, our Jones, he has got a house. Oh, splendid house. Which is that? Your inquisitiveness. Now I say, wait until the bird sit. If the bird sit, I will tell you. Not necessary. So then, Jones' house is not a bird. It is not the bird sitting, but the bird sitting is a pointer. Similarly, Narayana, that truth or the spring of consciousness in our bosom, the touch of life, the presence of the divine in our heart, cannot be defined, but they are indicated. With one difference. When I point out something outside, your attention, your vision is aligned in that direction and you are seeing it. In the scriptural textbooks of the whole world, of the 5 great religions, whenever they discuss or point out the nature of the reality, the truth, those words are also pointers. None of them define the truth, but they are pointers not for the eyes to see or the ears to hear, but it is for the mind and intellect's attention to be turned in that direction. To set the mind and intellect's attention in that direction and to hold the mind's attention in that position or in that direction is called contemplation. It will not easily come. Just as a newborn baby has no sense of direction. If you make a noise, it will hear the noise, that is all. It will take 2-3 weeks before the guy starts turning the head in the direction in which the sound is coming. In the beginning it hears. In the very beginning it doesn't hear. Deaf and dumb. I mean deaf and, not dumb, very noisy. Deaf and blind. Then slowly after a week's time you start looking at light, wherever the light is. Then comes a sound. Then comes the alignment. That where the direction of the sound comes, the eyes go there. In the same way, we are infantile at this moment. So even if you point out, the mind has not got that steadiness to direct its attention in that direction. Turn the attention in that direction. So you have to practice it. It's not impossible, but it takes time. Therefore, here are the various exercises in the 3 chapters, 7, 8 and 9. 3 chapters. Very many directions or definitions are given to indicate the direction. All of them are true. Each one of them is true and all of them are true. Why many varieties of exercises? Only because you get tired mentally by one exercise only every time. Therefore, we must try to give variety to the mind. Again, it is meant for all types of mind. One may hit you, it may not hit the other. So then all these 60, 65 different exercises are given to suit all types of mind. If one doesn't fit you, try the other. If you go for purchasing shoes, you will understand. Varieties they show, and then what? Never mind, sir, I will give you another one. The next number, you and your family can live together. So that is removed. And another one is brought there. Another one is brought there. This is, these Russian or Chinese numbers are like that. Japanese numbers are like that. I will bring Birmingham. But Birmingham tried. And then until at last, what is being given in the first, they give it to you packed up. And saying that is perfect fitting. And next day you go and complain that it is paining. He said, sir, there is only 3 times you go around the block, it has become set. Why don't you wear 3 times go to the block and give it to me? This happens. Trying to exercise. Similarly, some methods will hit or will be very effective to us. Varieties are being given.
Purnamada